Rosé. While Rosé has been making headlines constantly after her recent trip to the States, that didn't mean she would always get respect and good treatment from everyone. You know the basketball match that Rosé recently went to, and was even arranged to sit courtside and gifted a Derrick Rose jersey prior to the game, right? Well, her presence was highly appreciated by the event, and many fans also waited outside on the Madison Square Garden, which basically created a crazy scene on the spot. There still was a man who somehow looked at Rosé, loudly questioned who she was, and referred to her as Ling Ling, an alleged racist name used for Asians.
Who's that?
Oh my god! Immediately, the video drew a lot of attention from people. And as you can already guess, this man was fiercely criticized by literally everyone. Under the video where this moment was reposted, many came to tell how he was being plain racist and ignorant, rather than someone superior. The criticism toward this man actually started way before the video got uploaded online, because right on the spot, the lady walking past already gave him a death stare, to signal how he would probably facepalm himself when looking back. Surprisingly, that wasn't the only time Rosé was humiliated when traveling abroad. After her appearance at Met Gala 2021, her photo with the creative director of YSL, Anthony, was reposted by a Vietnamese rapper, MCK, but somehow the rapper chose to use an image of Rosé being photoshopped to stand next to a criminal that was currently staying behind bars, and even joked that the two were dating. As researched, this criminal had to serve 10 years and 6 months in prison due to illegal gambling, testing positive for heroin, deliberately inflicting injury, and disrupting public order. Things got so complicated that shortly after that, the hashtag #ApologizeToRosé climbed to the top trending in Vietnam's Twitter, and an international fan page of Blackpink with more than 1 million likes also spoke up and asked others to report MCK's Instagram account. Jennie. After this incident about Rosé, Jennie was also humiliated by another Vietnamese rapper called Wordy, and this time, things got even worse as this man also made headlines of many foreign outlets. On November 4th, Jennie was seen having dinner with The Weeknd in Los Angeles. After the photos of their greeting and hugging outside a restaurant were captured, attention was all drawn to how Jennie's circle has recently been full of superstars in the world. However, things suddenly went off track when Wordy decided to comment under this picture that The Weeknd would certainly make Jennie weak in bed. Still, the story also quickly cooled down after netizens found out that this comment was deleted real quick. So, end of the story here, right? Surprisingly, that wasn't it. Though many thought Wordy had learned the lesson or at least foreseen the unfortunate future when messing with blinks, he later posted a photo of him with the middle finger up, implying that he actually didn't give a shit. In the comment, he implicitly referred to the previous vulgar line by saying, "so weak," but later, the section was locked due to so much criticism. However, the anger was still clearly seen through the overwhelming angry reactions, and many reposts with criticizing captions. NCT. As SM Entertainment has been pushing NCT hard in the States for more global expansion, the boys have been to this country a lot, and apparently, that also meant they underwent lots of racial discrimination here. This type of incident happened so much that on Pan Native, there was even a darn long post compiling all the moments NCT members were literally looked down on when being in the States. First was the one where Jisung went to a coffee shop in LA and was asked to go order some drinks. The funniest thing was that the female staff just flat out ignored his existence, walked back and forth constantly, despite having seen him struggling there, and it just continued like that for around 10 minutes. What's even odder is that while Jisung clearly ordered an iced cocoa, as it was hot like crazy during that time in LA, the staff still gave him a hot cocoa, and didn't do common things like greeting, saying goodbye, or thanking Jisung. The second one was in 2018, when Mark was complimented for his good English by the interviewer, though he actually grew up as a Canadian and even said he was from Vancouver. As if not doing research about the guests wasn't bad enough as an interviewer, she also triggered NCTizens for stereotyping that all Asians couldn't speak English well, and when they do, it was something to make compliments about. Then, in 2019, when NCT had another schedule in the States, a man was seen waiting for them outside just to give a stuck-up middle finger at Mark. The person who recorded the video was also shook to witness that moment, and later on, he shared that Mark was pretty disappointed when seeing how some people welcomed him like that. Not only that, the person also shared how people around kept asking if NCT 127 was BTS. And after seeing how Mark politely replied, "Sorry, we are not BTS," he was kinda triggered by the way people kept assuming all Asian acts are BTS.
They're NCT! Yeah. Yes! Get it together! Yes!
BTS. Ironically, even when many people in the West knew about the massive influence of BTS and kept calling other acts by their name, the group was still the bullseye of some racial jokes where some, including people on national TV, acted as if they would be superior by doing that. Last September, BTS delivered a message of hope to their fans during the 75th UN General Assembly. And John Henley, a writer for The Guardian, reposted on Twitter about their performance and said, "The end is nigh," implying how BTS wasn't competent enough to do anything in the Western music industry. While such a thing seemed like something only some normal writers would do, somehow a senior editor of The Economist, McElvoy, also joined the chat and tweeted, "Please no," along with her repost about BTS's performance. Though McElvoy quickly deleted the tweet when she was met with backlash, claiming that it was taken the wrong way, several media personalities came to her defense, which echoed the disrespectful undertones of her original tweet. Of course, armies and many people were triggered, but that obviously didn't help solve the problem because the racial thread about BTS was still as long as an arm. In 2017, when the whole group won the top social artist title at the 2017 Billboard Music Awards, some users on Twitter just flat out referred to them as Asia's One Direction, these Asians with bowl cuts, and added that even when BTS won something in the States, that didn't mean people there would love them and make K-pop any less irrelevant. As recently as May 2019, these types of people showed no hesitation to leave racist replies under tweets by the Los Angeles Dodgers and ESPN, which were giving a big shout out to Suga for being there at the Dodgers game. There, some called Suga a crap, and said no Americans would ever like BTS, except for preteen girls, and stereotyped him as another rich Chinese kid. Still, Suga was lucky, as there were also many rational people there defending him. Actually, it wasn't a lucky thing, because with a person like Suga, he probably just gave zero care to such white supremacists, and rather spent his time on more important things. On other occasions where BTS wasn't slammed with racial words, they would still be treated like some inferior entities, and used as audience-increasing props by Western media and well-known hosts. For example, BTS's 2017 BBMA win marked the beginning of the group being nominated for and appearing to perform at famous Western award shows. Though BTS deserved these nominations and subsequent wins, they seem like ploys for the program to secure a BTS appearance and benefit from BTS's huge fanbase. So, do you think this type of disrespect will ever end regarding the rapidly growing influence of K-pop on the world? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV because more intriguing videos are waiting for you ahead. Thank you for watching.